Good evening, all of you. This is your mentor, Shivani Sharma. I would like to welcome all of you in the second session today on grooming and appearance. I hope I'm audible to all. So I'll wait for another 2 minutes. So meanwhile, everybody can join the session. Am I audible, students? Thank you for responding. I hope that all those who have joined, you have completed the soft skills test that is uploaded on our website. Has everybody done that? I could see just 3 people responded. Am I audible to all? All right. Thank you so much for responding, everybody. Hi, Damini, Shaheen, Wasia Begum, Snehal, Pranay, Manav, Yash. Good evening, everyone. All right. So I'm starting the session as we have less time. We just get 1 hour and we have to complete a lot many things. Right. So let us quickly start the class. All right. Right. So screen is visible to everybody. All right. Yes, good evening, everybody. Good evening. Thank you so much for responding. Smith Patel, you did not get any link for the first session. In the last class also, I have shared how you are supposed to register, right? So towards the end of the class, I'll tell you again how you're supposed to register for the coming webinars. As far as soft skills are concerned, my sessions will happen on every Sunday and Thursday. So Sunday timing is 11 to 12 in the morning, and Thursday timing is 7:30 to 8:30 in the evening, right? So you can join me for all my coming webinars, and my webinars are specifically focused on soft skills. So all those who have joined in the last session, they know we have talked about campus versus corporate in the last class, right? So that was just to set the expectations high that after completing your college, when you are joining the corporate world, it should not happen like a cultural shock to you, right? Because from the comforts of your campus, college campus, you're moving to an organization where you have a lot of responsibilities on your shoulder, right? And we have done a lot of discussions related with that as well. So today we are going to do another very interesting session, and these two are the basics to take off for a better future. So today we are going to understand all the basics about grooming and appearance, as you will be joining corporate world. So it is very important for you to understand and behave as a professional, right? So let us start. So first of all, what is your expectation from this class? I just want to understand from you people. So kindly put it, in small sentences through the chat box. What do you expect from today's session? So once I say that we are going to cover up grooming and appearance in the session today, what comes to your mind? Then I'll share my expectations as well. So come on quickly, students, to the chat box. Tell me, what are your expectations from the class today? I'll just take up the first 5 responses and not much. Okay, personality development skills. Rajesh is saying personality development skills. Rajesh, all the sessions that we are going to do now, right? Let's say for the coming 2022 sessions, all the sessions are on personality development only, right? This is just one part that we are covering today. Communication skills and body language, we are not doing this today. We are just doing, grooming and appearance. Yes, Snehal, very good. How to present yourself in corporate world. Vanshika, I can see your questions here only. So you can just type the questions and type your responses through the question option that is mentioned. Code of conduct, how to appear for the interview. Yes, very good, Shaheen. Good attitude. I want to get some basic interview skills. We will be covering interview skills in the coming sessions. How to dress properly according to your job. Very good, Rajesh. Yash Modi says how to present yourself. Amazing, amazing. Appears ourselves in a very impressive way. Actually, okay. Vanshika, there is a reason why the mic has been muted because there are so many participants in the class. If everybody will start speaking, how will I complete the session? Right? So I would appreciate if you all can just post in what you want to say through the chat box. That will make the flow of the class moving, right? Pre-planning for interview. All right. Okay. So let us quickly understand. Fine. I got your expectations. Now let me just share what do I expect from all of you. Right? Let me just share that. So today's class, we are going to cover 2 things. One, grooming, and I'll be talking specifically for boys and girls and how should you appear when you are going in for an interview or when you are going to join the corporate world. Now let us fix some ground rules for the class, and this is what I expect from all of you. First, of course, I do expect that you will listen attentively. Secondly, you will participate actively in the class just like you people have been doing right now, right? I really, really appreciate that. And when I raise some queries, I do expect that you are going to share your experience also. Respect each other. Don't get on into any one-to-one discussion. Keep a notebook and pen ready so that whatever I'm going to tell you, you can make a quick handy note of it, whatever points you feel are going to be helpful for you. And you can write down your queries for whatever we are discussing in the class. And I will give you time towards the end of the session. I'll keep the last 5 minutes for the queries so that you can raise my queries and we'll have a Q&A session towards the end. Sounds good? Right. So let us start the session by understanding more. Right. So let us understand what do we essentially mean by corporate grooming and what are the things which we should keep in mind. Students always believe and understand the very basic fact of, you know, uh, personality development or, impression. It is said that the first 30 seconds are very important when you meet somebody for the first time. And in these 30 seconds, you are able to make a lasting impression. As it is said that first impression is the last impression. Although as a soft skills trainer, I don't fully agree with this, but yes, definitely I do agree that first impression is the lasting impression, which is a bit difficult to change, isn't it? So why not work on it and make it the best appearance, right? So these are the standards, the very basic thing. Now tell me, Just check how is your posture right now, how you people are sitting. Tell me how many of you are sitting on a proper chair, keeping your back straight and your shoulders up. I am sure that more than 50% of the students who are sitting in the class are either lying down on their bed with the laptops in front, isn't it? Or sitting in the couch comfortably with a slouching back, right? And all those of you who are sitting properly on a chair, right, keeping their back straight and shoulders proper, they just need a good applaud, right? So pat your back and say well done, because this is the bare minimum and the first thing that you have got to learn and understand, right? That sitting on a chair for the entire duration of the office, it's not an easy task. All right, so somebody's saying I'm sitting on land, not in land but on land. Okay, very good. Akash, we will be using different platforms on which we'll be taking up the classes, right? So kindly bear with the network issue or try some other way out. Very good, Manav, if you're sitting properly. Arvind, I'll take this question towards the end of the class. Okay, dear? Right. So, students, a good posture not only makes your appearance more confident, but it is also good for your overall health and well being. I'm sure that all of you are very well read, and you must have seen, or you must have been reading in newspapers also, that it is very important to maintain a good posture when you are working on your laptops or desktops, and there is a standard which you should maintain while looking at a screen, whether it is your laptop, desktop, or mobile screen as well, right? And for your overall health and well-being also, it is also very very important. You must have seen, or I'm not sure whether you have read about this or not, in all the top IT MNCs, they just fix a particular time frame where you need to take a break, right? So they don't expect their employees to continuously look at the laptop or the desktop screens, in the sense that it is going to affect their eyes and their mental well-being. So that is highly expected from you also. Once you're working on your laptops, please, after 30 minutes, take a small break. Now, when I say break, please don't do like this, that ma'am said so after every 30 minutes I'll take 1 hour break. All right, this is not what I mean by break. So after every 30 minutes, take a quick water break. Just relax your eyes, close it for 5 to 10 seconds, relax yourself, or just get up from your chair, take a quick walk and come back, right? So this is something which is very important. Now let us talk about the personal hygiene again. Look at yourself, how many of you are having, or you'll have your hair like this. How many of you fall in this category, and how many of you are in this? Look at yourself, how are you looking? Neatly combed hair or all frizzy, right? So students, personal hygiene is about maintaining cleanliness and grooming of the external body. Whether somebody is looking at you or not doesn't mean that you'll start looking like this crazy fellow who's having all his hair looking very very shabby, right? Please maintain good care of yourself, right? If you look good, if you'll smell good, you are going to like yourself, isn't it? Now, what do I mean by personal hygiene and care? I'm sure that you must be wondering, ma'am, we are not kids, don't tell us about all these things. But dear, let me tell you one thing. You will find kids behaving very nicely as far as personal hygiene care is concerned, because their parents take care of themselves. And in the school also, the teachers ask them very often to show their nails and to show their teeth. So they're very particular about keeping it clean. But when it comes to students who are in senior classes, you'll find them, I think that you know what I am going to say, right? Nails not clean, personal hygiene totally zero cleanliness and everything, right? So please do take very, very good care of your personal hygiene. Personal hygiene mean your eyes should be clean, nose, ear, hair should be properly combed, trimmed, right, and properly, settled. Now, when I say properly combed, I don't mean that you have to pour in the entire hair oil bottle on your head, considering that you are going to look, good by showing that chipku hairstyle. That is not what I mean by this. What I mean by this is that your hair should be neatly combed, right? If you want, you can put on hair gel, but then it is entirely your choice. I'm not promoting or discouraging anything, but you should not stink of hair oil. That is a complete no, please. All girls and boys sitting in my session. Nails should be very, very clean, especially for girls. If you are fond of keeping, or, increasing the size of the fingernails, please maintain the cleanliness and the hygiene of that. It should be properly trimmed. If you like to put on nail paint, as far as corporate grooming is concerned, the nail paint should be of very light shade, no conspicuous colors allowed, and your nail paint should not be chipped. That really looks very dirty, right? If you like to have nail paints on your nails, should be prim and proper, right? Properly trimmed nails and clean. That goes for boys also. Trimmed nails and clean nails as well. Skin. Your skin should be good. It should look like as if you are a hydrated person and not somebody who's in 60s having the skin, just lagging. Please put on good moisturizers and take good care of your skin, especially in winters, right? In summers also, please do take care of your skin. Don't feel that, you're going to office and it seems to you as a burden. Enjoy going to office and maintain the best of your look when you are going to your office, right? I hope my audio is clear to everybody. Is that so? Are you people facing any challenge while listening to the audio? Please let me know if you're facing any challenge. All right. Okay. Thank you so much for responding. I really appreciate all the students are with me in the class. Thank you so much. Right. Now, elbow and heels, these are the two most neglected part of our body, isn't it? And I have seen girls putting on a lot of makeup, but their elbows look not so good. So girls and boys, not only girls, but boys also have seen really, their elbows in really bad shape. Heels definitely should take care of, you know, not because you have to show your heels to somebody, but that is a part of your hygiene. And remember, if you're not going to take care of your heel, it's going to be painful for you in the times to come, right? I know that you all of you are going to wear good footwear, and you are going to cover your heels as well, but definitely you should take good care of it. Odor free body. And when I say odor free body, I do not mean that you are going to wear very hard perfume, right? No unnatural fragrance which is very high, that it is going to give headache to the person who is going to interview you, or a client who's going to come to meet you for a professional interaction, right? Please don't wear a hard perfume. Just any good cologne or any, soft fragrance will work, but definitely you should, wear a perfume when you're going for any interaction or client meeting, or for everyday perfume also, right? And please make use of some, soft perfume. Oral and dental care, please use mouthwash if you think that you have a bad smell, or if you are having something in your breakfast which can have a bad odor, please make use of mouthwash, right? It's very important to have fresh breath and clean teeth. Although because of COVID, we all are maintaining 6 feet distance, right? And we are putting on masks. So that is something, which is going to hide your dental hygiene. But definitely, you should take care of this. This is important for your health also, isn't it? Interesting, isn't it? And these are all the things which, we keep on teaching to all the kids as well. Right. So now this is the most awaited part. When I teach corporate grooming to my students, the most awaited part is, ma'am, please tell what shades should we wear, how should be the bag, and like, how should I keep my hair, everything. So these are the grooming standards for women. In fact, for both men and women, I strongly recommend that your hair should not be on your forehead, right? When you are interacting with somebody, the body language should not communicate something which you don't want to, right? Don't have flicks that are always there on your forehead that you need to put it back again and again. If you think that it's like this, please make use of hair bands or hair clips, girls. You can make a tight bun that really looks very good, and it goes with your corporate attire very nicely. Or maintain a proper a ponytail, a properly combed tail, that also looks good. Now when it comes to nail paints, please make use of light colors and put it on your nails. Nails should not appear as if you are going to murder somebody with your nails, right? If you like to maintain good size of nails, please ensure that they are properly trimmed and they're clean also, right? Now this picture looks good, isn't it? So please maintain very good hygiene. Now when it comes to jewelry, again, girls, there is just one tagline for you. In fact, boys also, don't wear anything which is very conspicuous, right? Something that stands out from your personality, and the person who's interacting with you, instead of listening to you, starts focusing on your earrings or your chain or necklace or your nails or your hair, right? So you can wear small studs. It looks very elegant, and it goes with all kind of dresses, whether you wear Indian formals or Western formals. It looks good in all the attire, right? Please avoid wearing danglers or very big earrings, or very that bigger ring size earrings as well. Now when it comes to footwear, these kind of footwears, these are highly informal. For females or girls, these are the formal shoes which you are supposed to wear for your office. Simple rule for formal footwear is that the footwear should be closed from here, right? The toe should be covered. That is the only objective. Heels, an average heel size could be 1.5, right? Otherwise, whatever you are comfortable with, but please don't wear pencil heels or wedges for office that you are not comfortable with, or that is making a lot of extra sound which is not required while walking. I would rather suggest to invest good amount in your footwear, because you're going to wear it for the entire day, and if you're not wearing a comfortable footwear, you are going to harm yourself, right? So please wear proper footwear, something that is covering your toes, right? And don't forget to wear ankle socks, right? Or what we call as belly socks. Now the next thing, very important for girls, is the handbag, right? I hope all the girls know this, that the formal shades of handbags are allowed as far as corporate culture is concerned. The formal shades being black, brown, of course. And now these days we have very good pastel colors also, like peach, or very light yellow. Even mustard is sometimes considered as a formal shade which should gel with your dress. Understand, anything which is very shiny needs to be avoided, right? For example, if you're wearing a white attire, an off-white purse will go well with it. A beige color purse will go with it, right? So like this. And don't keep a purse which is too huge for you to carry, right? Suppose you're a short-heighted person and you are carrying a bag which is more than half of your size. It really looks very funny. Don't do that, right? So please take care and ensure that you are maintaining or you're carrying a proper size of handbag with you, right? Is that all right, girls? I hope I have not offended anybody. Please, right, this is just to ensure that you people are taking good care of your, appearance when you are going in for an interview. Any questions? Girls, if you have any questions, you can raise your questions. Thank you so much, Vanshika. See, whenever you get dress up for your office or interviews, girls, stand in front of mirror. And if you feel that there is anything that is loud, and when somebody is going to look at you, this is something which is, highly conspicuous. Don't wear that, right? Wrist watches, I think I've missed out on the slide. Wrist watch for a girl should be a small dial. If you are fond of wearing a bigger dial, it should not look as a tomboy, right? And all the we have very good shades now in the metallic watches as well. Like rose gold is something which I really admire. I like to wear that, right? Then you can have all the metals. That metallic finished watches look good. If you want, you can wear a strap watch as well, but the strap should not be very loud, or it should not be very neon color strap. That is something which is not expected and not required also. Doesn't look formal, right? All right, so since girls don't have any questions, let's move ahead. Right, now it comes the turn of boys. I am sure boys must be wondering, ma'am, what about us? Right, so these are the grooming standards. So boys, just look at this slide. This is what is expected from you. Properly shaved and trimmed beard and mustaches, if you keep that, and properly combed and neat proper hair, right? Get a haircut done when you have to appear for an interview. You should not appear like a devdas when you are entering the interview room, right? Don't try to act like Prabhas, right? Having a you know don't just imitate any hero when you are an actor, when you are entering an interview room, until unless you are going in for a role in a movie. That is not required, right? Then these are the watches. Girls can also have a look at this. So as you can see, these are leather watches also, but the color of the strap is black and brown. A metallic watch, boys, please don't wear watches having extra large dial and having 4 to 5 different kinds of, these arms of watches on the dial. That is good, but these are all informal watches. Whenever you wear a big dial watch, no, that is an informal watch, which you can wear with your jeans and t-shirts, right? But not a formal one. You can see the formal shades of shoes, right? The shoes can be laced or without laces as well, but the shades of shoes should be either black or brown, right? Don't try to experiment with the color of the shoes. Don't try to wear loafers for the office. That's a complete no, right? Then I'm sure that all of you know that the color of the socks should go with the color of the pants, right? It should not be, again, anything which is conspicuous is not allowed. Suppose you are wearing black trousers and black shoes, so a pair of white socks is not allowed because it will look very conspicuous, right? So try to wear socks which are not in contrast but are complementing with the color of your trousers. As far as belts are concerned, please don't make use of that shiny leather belts, or there are n number of belts now. Please maintain and use a leather belt of black or brown shade. I think these two you are going to have in your collection, and that will suffice. And ensure that the quality of the belt is good. I have seen males coming to offices with a worn off belt, right? And it really looks very bad. Or boys coming to office without wearing belt. Please ensure that it is must for you. If you are going to office, you're wearing shirt and trouser, belt is a must, and a good quality belt. So please invest in shoes and your office accessories without compromising on it. And once you think it's worn out, please replace it. Don't try to, optimally utilize it. Please don't do that. It's going to have a very bad impression. Your shoes, girls and boys, both of you, please listen. Whenever you're wearing your shoes for the office, ensure that the shoes are properly polished and clean, right? The front of the shoes and the back, the heels, everything is very neat and polished. It's something which is never compromised upon. All right. And let me tell you one thing, students, this is something which speaks about your personality, right? So please don't compromise on that. So that was about grooming. Now we'll move on to the second part of today's presentation, that is appearance, right? So I'll take another 2 minutes, and if you all have any questions, boys and girls, you can raise your questions through the chat box. All right. Yes, please put up your questions. It's not the question of being Mrs. Perfect, but it's definitely a question of, you are going there to show your skills and not your beauty, right? So ensure that you are taken on that note only. Tushar, smart watches, you can wear smart watches as long as it gels with your personality. The dial should not be so big, or don't wear a neon color something. Right. There are very good smartwatches. I do agree with it, but then it's a call that you have to take. Anything that will not suit your personality, you should not wear that. Thank you so much, Achal. I knew that all my students need this. That is why I took this as a second session only. And we are going to have a lot of things which I know that all of you need. Right? Milan, tie is a completely optional thing. Many of the personality development experts believe that tie is essential when you're wearing a coat or a blazer. But if you're not wearing a blazer, you can make, it's fine if you're going without a tie as well, right? But when you're wearing a blazer, a tie is essential to complete the formal look, right? Half sleeve shirt, Vrijesh, if you're wearing a blazer, half sleeve shirt is not allowed at all. No compromise on that. Other than that, a full sleeve shirt is always considered as the best attire. But if you think that you will not be able, because right now in offices also, I'm sure that once we are going to start working from our offices, ACs and all, I am not very sure how the environment is going to be. And if you feel, then maybe you can go for a half sleeve shirt, but then it is not very much acceptable. There are few things that will also be determined on the basis of the culture of your organization as well, right? Yes, Steffi, you can ask the question, please. Okay, which hairstyle should boys keep? There is no, hard cut rule for the hairstyle. Anything that is neat, properly combed, and something which gives a neat look to your face is acceptable, right? I hope I have taken up most of the questions. Boys, maintain a hairstyle which is proper, neat. I'll show you some more videos about it, don't worry. uh I'm not very sure that long beard see, this is again something most of the organizations, they don't accept it. If you feel that it's essential, you cannot do without it, fine, then you should have a valid reason for the same. No, Monish, certainly not. Body shape is nothing that is going to matter there. As long as it's your skill that is going to matter, right? Yes, Jasbir, shirt is necessary. In shirt is necessary. However, there are few formals and there are few people who can see, understand one thing: you are going to join at an entry level. So people have a definite set of expectations. As you move up in the ladder, you reach a director's position or you become president and vice president, then you can maintain your signature style of dressing. Right. Okay, Tushar, I will discuss about this with the authorities, right, to make use of Google Meet. Arvind, did I say that you need to maintain grooming standards as per the Western countries? I never said that. You can follow. So, what according to Indian standards do you think are you going to wear? A kurta pajama? That will not be allowed, dear. Crocs are not at all allowed. This is an informal dressing. For women, tie is not essential, Snehal. David Beckham hairstyle, as long as you can maintain that. We can go in for Indian standard styling as well. Yes, Milan, definitely pocket should be empty. Don't keep so many things in the pocket that it starts, crying for help. Maitri, open hair is allowed as long as you are able to maintain it. Arvind, I will come to your question. Just let me complete my presentation. I never said that you are only allowed to wear Western formals, right? Let me complete my presentation, and if your question doesn't get answered, I'll take up the question again separately, right? This is the professional appearance. Which one is the professional appearance, boys? The left one or the right one? So if you are going to join entertainment industry, the left appearance seems to be good. But as you all are BTech students, most of you are BTech students and going to join some professional organization wherein you have to perform, right? And your skill set is something that is going to value more. I think the right picture is definitely the professional one, right, boys? So I think we are all on the same pace. Good. Right. So this is the office protocol. Remember in the last class, we were discussing what your organizations expect from you, what your seniors expect from you. Remember that activity? Right. So as far as appearance is concerned, this is an office protocol, right? That means how you should appear in your office. I said that companies dress code, right? Some of the companies, sorry, some of the companies allow you to wear casuals on a day, or in some of the companies you will find that you can wear dress of your choice. That is simply allowed. They don't have any office dress code, or they don't put a burden on people to wear or to maintain a particular dress code, right? So whatever your company's dress code is, you can follow that. Pay attention to what others wear. Now understand, when you're going to join an organization, nobody is going to tell you, okay, fine, Mr. X, now from tomorrow onwards you can wear jeans and t-shirt for the office, right? So what you can do ideally is maintain a proper dress code, something that is formal and professional, because nobody is going to deny that. Observe the work culture, how others are getting dressed up for the office, and please follow the majority, right? Don't try to be in that extra, the extra few guys who always violate the norms of the office. Don't call too much attention to yourself. See, this is what I exactly meant when I said that don't wear something which is very conspicuous, right? If you're going to wear something that is not gelling with your personality, that means you're calling for too much attention, whether it's a girl or a boy. And right, so see, we are going to office to work, so we need to highlight that aspect of our personality or work which we want to sell. Suppose you are going to join, let's say, a media company. You want to work as a as a presenter, or an entertainment industry. Definitely their appearance matters a lot, right? You want to look good, you want to look different. You can try out anything there, right? But as long as you are going to join, let's say, TCS or Infosys, and you want to work as an IT professional, so definitely you want people to concentrate on your work, right? Don't try and express your unique style in your work clothes. right? So if you want to show that you are unique, I think dress is not the proper way to show that. Rather, your work, how you're going to perform in the assignments that are being given to you, that is the best way in which you can show how unique you are. Agree? Right. Now I'm coming to traditional business attire. Right. Now, what do we mean by business attire? So whatever we are going to wear for our office work, that is a business attire. And we have to be very careful when we are selecting business attire. Ideally, what we do is we just keep few pair of our dresses ready with us as our office wear, right? Which is completely different from what you wear when you hang out with your friends, when you go for shopping or parties. Please don't wear your party dresses for your office, and don't just wear anything for your office, right? Remember, your office is the place where you have to show the best, right? You have to be the best there. So please maintain a good wardrobe in terms of office wear, right? I hope this particular slide is going to answer most of the queries that why we are not excuse me. I'm so sorry for that. Right. So I think that this slide is going to answer the question that why I'm not talking about Indian attire. So women can wear sari, salwar suits, which are the Indian formals. And when I say sari and salwar suits, I do not mean the heavy work and the loud colors, right? We have very good professional saris also. You can take silk, you can take cotton, the border ones, right? And with elegant shades that should go with the season. For example, when it's summer, you can wear pastel shades. When it's winter, you can go in for darker shades of saris, but it should not be very, shiny material, right? Salwar suits, again, the formal ones are allowed with proper fitted, kurtas. And, these days girls do wear kurtis for their office, right? But then again, it should be, formal. Should not appear as if you are wearing the clothes which you wear at home for the office. Pantsuits, dress pants, blouses, sweaters, and dress shoes. Right. Now, these are the essentials which girls have to maintain. If you are going to wear Western wear for the office, then it should be proper fitted pantsuits or dress pants. You can always wear pants and blouse, right? When I say blouse, that means that, properly tailored shirts, which are button shirts, right? With proper fitted, I hope that all the girls have got that clearly. Sweaters are allowed, and coats, of course, in the case of winters, and the front covered heels and shoes. When I say shoes, I do not mean the sports shoes, right? Needs to be proper leather shoes, which should be covering your toes. Loafers and pumps with a 2-inch heel, no, right? Ideally, 1.5-inch heel is the maximum that you can wear. Don't go beyond that. All right. So for girls, sari, salwar suits, pantsuits, dress pants, blouses, sweaters, and dress shoes are allowed. When I say Indian formals, you can wear all, cotton and silk saris depending upon the weather, with very nice shades like pastel shades for summers. You can take, border saris. They look really very elegant. And when I say salwar suits, I do not mean heavy embroidered salwar suits which you wear for, marriages and parties. Don't start wearing palazzo sets for offices, considering ma'am said that you can wear salwar suits. Wear anything that should gel with your personality and the work culture of the organization. All western wear, the formal western wear, are allowed. Ideally, heels should not be 1.5 inch, girls, and the footwear that you are going to wear should be, having your toes covered, right? And for men, suits, right, with proper fitting. Don't wear, your father's or your elder brothers or your younger brother's suits for the office, right? So have it tailor made as per your physical measurements. It should be paired with a white or light blue long sleeve dress shirts. Now that does not mean only white and light blue is allowed. You can wear pastel shades. It could be light pink, it could be white, it could be off white, it could be, light yellow, beige, very light beige. All pastel shades are allowed, right? It should include wingtips, plain or cap-toed Oxfords, and plain or tassel loafers. Don't misunderstand this by loafers, right? Shoes I have already shown. Only those shoes are allowed. Ties should be, of formal shades and formal patterns. Don't start wearing ties that are having cartoon characters on it, because that is something which, people in entertainment industry are wearing. That is not allowed in corporate, right? And you can see the length of the tie also in the image that is shown here on the slide. This is the ideal length of the tie, right, till the buckle of your belt, not above, neither above this and nor below this. All right. So this slide is very important for boys. I hope that this is giving you the very clear indication of what you should wear. And as you see, both the boys are wearing full sleeve shirt, because this is something, see, this attire is something which is looking very nice. You can see in the left image also the boy is having a beard, but this is very neatly trimmed, right? So if you want to have mustaches and beard, it should be properly trimmed every day before you go to your office, right? All the pastel shades allowed, and if you want to wear checks or stripes, it should be small checks and small stripes, right? You can see the coat as well, the suit fitting, the shades of the trousers, beige, gray, navy blue, black, these are all allowed shades. And you can see the pattern of the tie also. These are all contemporary formal shades, right, with formal stripes, right? We are not experimenting with our dresses when, as far as the, corporate appearance is concerned, right? I think it's too much of information to read out here, so we'll try to understand all this when we'll be doing a video, because we are short of time, we have to complete it on time. I have already covered all these things. One thing which I have not yet covered, I'll just take that up, right? So your wallet or your handbag or your laptop bag should be very clean and neat, right? And black and brown colors are preferred. So whenever you are going for an interaction with your clients, please carry a professional looking bag and a folder which is highly neat and clean, right? And when you are wearing a metal watch, ensure that it fits your wrist well. Do not wear a wristwatch like Salman Khan wears, he wears a, what do you call that? He wears something in his wrist, right? And which really falls off. So don't wear something like that. I'm not getting the right word as right now. I'm so sorry for that, right? Boys, one thing very important. Please maintain the hygiene of your socks. Please don't repeat your socks the next day. It stings a lot. Please don't ever do that. Right? And I think I've covered most of the points here. That goes for girls also. Please maintain the hygiene. That was the very first slide which I took up. Right, boys. So this is the casual business attire for men. Long sleeved button down shirts. When I say button down, please ensure that you're not going to keep so many buttons open. Only one button allowed to be open, right? And if you're wearing tie, no points with this. V-neck sweaters, even a round neck sweater will go. Sports coat, blazers and polo shirts worn with khaki pants or other slacks. Now, this is something which is a casual business attire if your office allows this. Now, every day you cannot wear, of course, the formal suits for your office. So some days even you can go like this in casual business attire. Clear? Right. So now I'm going to show you a quick video for professional appearance tips for men. Right. Let us have a look at this and try to understand. One second, please. Please respond to the chat box if you people can see the video. This video will answer most of your questions. Right. So I hope that most of the queries you people had in mind are resolved by watching this video. And this acts as a, right. So this was a quick summary of what we have discussed in the class today. Right. So any questions, students? Right. So as we have discussed the last 5 minutes for the the Q&A session, let's quickly complete the last few segments for formal dressing for women. I think girls are getting the idea what kind of suits and saris were I was referring to when I said that you can wear the formals. And always club your sari or suit with a formal coat during winters. It really looks very, very elegant, right? And very stylish also. And for a casual business attire for women, you can wear churidar suits or salwar. You can wear jackets, sweater, t-shirt, your blouses worn with slacks or pants, right? But please do avoid bright colors and busy patterns. Jewelry should be simple and elegant. Don't wear very, bright lining shirts or very broad lining shirts or broad checks. If you want to wear checks and linings, it should be short ones, right? Otherwise, it doesn't look formal at all. Right. So this brings us to the end of the session, students. Now I'll take the question and answers. But before that, I just want to tell you, uh, towards the last that how you can enroll yourself or how you can join for the next session. So we have all done a quick recap of grooming and appearance. So the assignment for today is you have to prepare a grooming checklist for office, right? All of you have to prepare a grooming checklist for office. Girls and boys, you have to maintain a checklist for yourself. You have to send it to me across email, right? I'm just sharing the link with you all, the email ID through which you all can connect with me, right? But before that, I just want to tell you all that a very important announcement for everybody, and I'm sure that you're all going to love this. For all the sessions that you are attending of mine on soft skills, you will be getting an e-certificate of participation. Isn't it amazing? Right. So you all will be getting an e-certificate on your email. And I am sure that all of you have your LinkedIn profile. What you have to do is you have to upload these certificates on LinkedIn. You know what? It is going to increase the acceptance of yourself in the corporate world, because the employers, when they are going to visit your profile, they understand that you know how to you know participate in corporate world. You know what are the expectations which corporate world has from you, right? You have to upload all these certificates that will act as a kind of enriching your profile. And you also have to tag us at Quantum Learnings, right? So please do tag us so that we will also know what are the benefits that you are getting, right, from our sessions. So this is something which I expect from all of you to do. Now you all of you can send your assignment to us on this. This is the email through which you all can connect with me, right? So you can write feedback dot mentorbuddy, mentorrbuddy, feedback.mentorbuddy@gmail.com, right? So I'm sending this to all. Am I not audible? Am I audible? All right. So I hope everybody has got the email ID. Right. So you all can connect with me through this email ID, and I'm looking forward to see your responses on that. Right. So Nikhil, you have to tag us on Quantum Learnings. Right. You all can tag us by uploading your e-certificates. Now I'll tell you how you can enroll yourself for the next webinar. I'm sure that all of you have your I'm sure all of you have your IDs and passwords which are given to you by your college. So what you have to do is you have to sign in to centerofexcellence.com. Everybody can see this, centerofexcellence.com. You have to open this website, right? And here you can see student login. Now the student login is your registered email which you have with your college, and the password is your registered mobile number which you have, right? So as soon as you put these credentials, you have to sign in from here. The moment you will log into this, you have to go to technical webinars, right? And once you will click on this technical webinars, here you can see a list of all the webinars which we are having, right? You can see this. So the next webinars that are lined up, you can see here, right? So this is our webinar which is happening right now. The next webinar on Sunday is another very important aspect, that is resume building and cover letter, right? So the next class we are going to cover resume building. Now how you can book your seat, there are two options. One is book your seat from here, and the second thing is you can view the details from here. As soon as you'll click on view details, you will find the details of the seminar and about me as well, and you have to simply register for this webinar. As soon as you'll do this, you can see a pop-up, you have successfully registered for this webinar. Now this webinar information will directly reach your email, right? You can check your inbox, you must have received that. So I do expect from all of you that you are going to do this for the coming up webinars. Now the next thing which is very important for you is you have to go to learning resources, and you will find a lot of content available for you which you can practice and improve on yourself. So once you'll go to verbal, you will find a lot of sections and the videos prepared by me and other mentors on mentorbuddy.com. This will take you to MentorBuddy website, so you can log in directly from MentorBuddy also for accessing these resources, right? So what you have to do here is you have to go to company test, right? And when you'll go to company test, you will find soft skills here. So you have to click on soft skills, and you will find all my assessments available here. The first assessment being set 1 campus versus corporate, as I've already attempted this. So you just have to click on here, and here you could see the option take test. Now, those of you who are going to appear for these tests, you will be getting a personal analysis of your performance in all the tests that are, we will be organizing in coming time also. And I will also be assessing the performance of those students only who are going to take up all these tests, right? Because the next session is on resume building and cover letter. There'll be one session on email writing also. So I'll be giving a lot of assignments which you can share with me on feedback@mentorbuddy.com, right? But then I will be checking only those assignments or assignments of only those students who are appearing for these soft skills assessments as well. I will not, check the assignments where you don't have the score on all these soft skills assessment. So those of you who have not appeared for the same, please do appear for all these soft skills tests as well. Right, so that is all from my side. Thank you so much for joining us, and I really hope and expect to see all of you again on Sunday at 11 a.m. We are going to have the next session that covers resume building and cover letter, right? Thank you so much. Yes, all the webinars are free of cost, and you are also getting e-certificate from the same, right? So please do join us. I have shared the email ID. Please write it again: feedback.mentorbuddy@gmail.com. feedback.mentorbuddy@gmail.com. I hope all of you have enjoyed the session. Thank you so much for joining me. I had a great time with you all. If you have any questions, feel free to write to me. I'm available for next 2 minutes. I'll take up all the questions here. Still, if any questions are left, you can send your questions to me through the email as well. Assignment that I've given today, you can directly write it on email as well. If you have not received your login credentials, you can write support@mentorbuddy.com. I hope all of you have enjoyed the session. Quantum learning, you will receive your certificate on your email. The assignment for today is all of you have to prepare a checklist for your corporate grooming. You can check for all the webinars that are available on Center of Excellence website. The certificate will be generated once you successfully complete the class. Thank you so much, Bhushan. Mail not. You can directly, open the website Center of Excellence and you can directly register yourself for the webinar. All right. I repeat myself, the student login, your registered email is your username and registered mobile number is your password. Anybody facing any issues can write on support@mentorbuddy.com. Support, I am sending that as well. Support@mentorbuddy.com. You can write in directly. SUPPORT support@mentor MENTORRBUDDY. Right, so that brings us to the end of the class. Thank you so much for joining us and staying with us. Hope to see you all again on Sunday. Thank you all. Bye bye. Good night. Take care. Stay home. Stay safe.